Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3 as the Sikh Empire. Now, one thing, well, first of all, actually, what I want to address is this is still being fully pre-recorded. I'm happy I did, actually, because I think it's been a week and a half since the last time I recorded an episode, which meant it would have been a really awkward gap. I knew we were going into kind of a busy, awkward time, and that might interrupt my my Victoria 3 recording, and that does indeed seem to have been the case. So I'm happy this is still being pre-recorded. On the other hand, that does mean if you guys had some great advice somewhere along the way, I haven't been able to respond to it. One of the things I'm sure people probably had some trick to help liberalize a little bit more. I feel like I did kind of routinely check to see if I could cram in like the intelligentsia or something like that into my government, and oops, that's not the button I meant to hit at all. And then use that to pass a law. And even if we had to, you know, at some point I had to deal with the possibility of maybe considering a civil war. The thing is, I normally look at the civil wars as kind of like a failure state, so I try to avoid it. But really, I should be looking more at maybe we could use that as a way to like help bring the landowners out of power. In particular, if I can get them actually out of the government itself, then it would even mean I could suppress them. Because right now that's not an option. The problem is, like, a lot of times when I was trying it sort of manually, was getting to the point where we could not enact laws. So I couldn't have like forced in the intelligentsia, have them support something more liberal, and then use that as a way to get through things. However, today loading the game, I did notice, and maybe this was the case before, but I'm not sure. Looks like we can make a barely legitimate government out of just the armed forces plus industrialists. And the industrialists should enable us to pass some slightly more liberal laws. I mean, in the long run, of course, we're still going to want the intelligentsia in there, but it doesn't seem like I can get them in here in a way that makes it work. It just kind of trashes it all the time. Well, I could bring it down to here, actually. That is interesting. I hadn't noticed that we could get this combination here. It would dramatically increase enactment time. And I think if we just with the industrialists in here, there's some laws that they can support. I think this is going to be okay for now. Yeah, it's going to make, 44k radicals, but at this point we've got 4 million. So what difference does that make? But the big thing is, so we could drop out of this economic system, which would be huge because it would let us improve our tax laws. The other thing we could do is just go and flip the distribution of power. Although it's only an 8% chance right now. If I had brought the intelligentsia in, this would bring the odds up substantially. Yeah, longer ticks. Let's go for census suffrage. Now that is going to radicalize landowners. And that's almost certainly going to result in a civil war, and I'm not sure what we can do to not have that happen. I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of what troops we are going to control in all that. Is it not? Are they not starting? Okay. All right. Settle down, you guys. I guess this is a pretty significant law, so it's changing a lot of supports. Now, it is going to hurt our finances substantially over here because of noble privileges, dropping our taxes. That's going to be okay for now. Maybe... Okay, I do still want to max out these barracks. I know I keep changing my mind about this. That's part of what happens with the fact that there have been these gaps in recording, right? Every time it's been a few days and I come back, I'm like, I want to do things completely different. But, let's see. So yeah, enactment time, not very quick. There it is. Preserve autocracy... Yeah, 110. Revolution, 110. So that is going to happen in 10 weeks. I don't know what troops we're going to control versus them. Now, we still have the military in the government, right? Let me take a look over here. Government does have the armed forces. The armed forces, they don't like me to 10. It would be nice if we could get them to a 10. Oh, also... I'm going to stop bolstering the intelligentsia, get my points back, we'll suppress the landowners. There won't be enough time for that to make a difference. We're going to get a revolution regardless. We're just going to have to deal with that. I'm nervous. Again, I always look at revolutions, and part of it is because in most grand strategy games, like in EU4, if you have a revolution, is generally real bad. But I know that it's a mechanic that you can use to try to push through change, and we might just eat it. Revolution's upon us. And bring down the speed to a 3. Does it need another tick, I guess? Break out in 0 weeks. Revolution's upon us. So you keep saying. Okay. There it is. All right. War is there. We're not going to be able to do a sway. Oh, Persia's on my side for this. Oh, that's fantastic. Because we have a defense. Oh, this is going to be way better than I thought. Okay. So it looks to me like we didn't get any of the generals. We do still have this North India HQ. What does Hedonist do for us? More supply consumption, but greater morale recovery. It's not necessarily the end of the world. All these other traits. More morale recovery. Huh. All right. Okay. He is part of the landowners, and actually that would give them more influence. So you know what? I'm just going to go for the armed forces guy. He does have the offense boost. I do like offense, although he's also good at defense. Actually, those are some pretty good traits. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to go ahead and promote you a couple of times so you can handle most of the troops over here. We're going to mobilize you, and we do have a pair of from 2 different sides. We'll do this front here. And yeah, our economy is going to be in dire straits right now. Let me go and officially. Well, you're just finishing this workshop. You know what? Go ahead and finish the workshop. That's fine. I won't pause you. It's not going to make much of a difference. Input goods shortage, yeah. It's okay. Let's wait until after the war to resolve these things. I'm just going to hope that no one supports the rebellion. Numbers are really good over here. Our Persian allies are in place. And yeah, our own troops are over on this place. I don't know what that's going to do. Are we going to end up with, like, an extra leader that we don't want after all this? I suppose that's possible. Yeah, well, we'll deal with it when we get there. I'm happy I didn't lose Punjab. I don't know if you always keep control over your capital state or what. But yeah. Interesting, the census suffrage is still ticking through. Which is good. Raising concerns. Sikh priesthood concerns, we favor the industrialists. I mean, sorta? We do. The industrialists like me plus 17. And priesthood are plus 9. So yeah, if I hit this, the industrialists still love me enough to give me all the bonuses. And yeah, now we get the full priesthood bonuses as well. I don't know how much the birth rate is mattering to us right now. I'm gonna keep ignoring these states for now. I think, especially with Persia to help us out on this side, I think we're just gonna deal with the civil war extremely quickly. And yeah, if we can just soak away the aristocrat strength very quickly. Yeah, we have considerably more troops and some decent numeric stats. Ooh, rifling. Oh yeah, there we go. We ran through that real quick. The piece, of course, I guess there's nothing to click. These are just the terms because of the Civil War. I think we can just keep running on speed 5. Oh no, that was the revolt. I was getting confused. I thought that, like, these flags meant Persia had run through there, but no. Oh, no, I guess it did. Oh yeah, because this is the Punjabi airstrike revolt area. That is the Persian flag. They are occupying that. Yeah, they're resolved to drop down like crazy. Insufficient agriculture. Oh, Industrials taking another hit is fine. Migration and interaction doesn't matter too much because we're not part of a greater customs union. Normally I go option 1 right away. I don't know, we'll do it anyway. Apparently we're not caring too much about the upper strata since we've gone and pissed off the aristocrats anyway. All right, there we go. Come on, GG out. There we are. Okay, they have capitulated. So yeah, the landowners have become, oops, completely marginalized over here. let's take a look at our government situation. Okay, I want to leave it in here because we've got the double dip of the intelligentsia and the industrialists supporting our law change. And that's going to have to be okay. All right, let's let time tick a little bit. Wood and iron's very expensive. Taxation capacity, we know. Unused construction is going to have to be okay. Did all of our trade routes get reset or something? Oh, we still got them. Yeah, input goods shortage. It's iron. We have 52 convoys available. We can actually bring in this British market route just fine. We have devastation. I'm just thinking, like, what places were iron mine in and what might their problem be. It might be a bit of a loop with not enough iron, therefore not enough tools, therefore not enough iron mining. Seem to be going okay. If I were to go and flip these... Oh, did our work modes get reset? Maybe that's what happened with the war. That might have been it. Okay, soil enriching. So I'm going to go through all these and make sure we're kind of okay. Apparently vineyards is mostly the way to go right now. Soil enriching is fine. Fig orchards, intensive grazing is great. Yeah, we should be able to go slaughterhouse here for maximum meat production, because we do have some tool industry, so that's okay. We're still on nitroglycerin as opposed to dynamite, and we don't have the explosives input anyway. See, lead was a shortage. Yeah, we'll go to the full condensing pump, and then we'll fix the inputs to make sure that continues to work. We don't really have to railroad too much right now because we don't actually have the shortage of workers, which is where you really need to do that. Yeah, I'm sure I want you to do sawmills. Wow, that is going to, like, obliterate the price of wood, but I think it's going to be okay in the end. I'm assuming we are going to want that on hardwood production. I'm going to go to road carts some more here. You are going to go fishing trawlers for maximum fish. Is going to consume some more clippers. I think we were at the end of the last episode working on some of that. Food industry, I think your canneries are fine. Yeah, especially once the fish restocks. What I'll do is I'll set these modes. We'll let the game run for a bit, for the, the production levels to renormalize, and then see where that leaves us. Maybe I'll leave that on muskets for a sec. We just unlocked rifling. I'm sure we're gonna want market stalls here, although you don't need glass. Gas streetlights, yes. Public trams, I will want this. Qinq. Government administration, I think I do want you on paper? Or I might have had you split intentionally. Okay, let's, okay. We're gonna make sure you guys are dropped here. Let me just reset you guys. That annoys me, but I want to get rid of that exclamation mark. Same thing over here. I want you guys on the basic stuff. We're gonna keep you on the maximum military loadout for a sec, but wait on that. And yeah, the rail might have to be subsidized for now because it might not be money making to start off with. So yeah, we're gonna let the game tick through. Okay, let me officially pause these. Well, this will pause all construction. I'm actually okay with the private. Let me cancel you. Okay, we'll finish those two. Sugar input is shortage. Ooh. Hang on, let's switch over to there for more sugar. Okay. Iron's expensive, tools expensive. Actually might all be correct though. Or, Ooh, there's a steel input shortage, which is hurting the tooling workshops. How's our steel industry? That is in this category, isn't it? I go expand you and check on Punjab. Yeah, you get the inputs. There's just not enough output going on. You're fully employed. So yeah, if we're going to construct anything, it's going to have to be more steel mills here. Or we could see if we can import some steel. Although I would be surprised. Oh, I can get some from the British market. We still have a wicked shortage. Although it's not 100% maxed out anymore. So that actually might not be so bad. And at least we're making decent money from the trade. Okay. So I'll let these two finish, because sure, why not? Okay, it's not saying unhealthy economy. It's not all in red anymore, which is a nice sign. Census suffrage. Ooh, success chance up to 42%. Did we get an event that leads to it? Did we get like a log of things that have happened? Oh yeah, law enactment successfully debated. And I think the intelligentsia numbers might have gone up in percentage. If we can get this going on, that's going to lock us into a more liberal government format. We'll be a little bit susceptible to like the whims of the populace, of course, but all right, there we go. Illegitimate government, yes, but wait, is there no way to get a legitimate government at all? Well, barely. Hang on, let me run this one so we keep the industrialists in here, because I know the industrialists will support a more progressive economy, which we want. I don't want to go to agrarianism. So intervention, let's subsidize all buildings. Government-run railways. Unless I found might be fine. It'll increase over time. I mean, right now we're not going to have much capitalists, but over time it will lead to more private construction than interventionism. It's 50% versus 75%. The loan interest rate decrease is actually kind of nice. I can still subsidize infrastructure, which is important. I can't subsidize regular work buildings, but that's fine. I don't normally want to do that. It does prevent downsizing of non-government buildings, but I think that's okay. I think we'll go ahead with this. It's going to radicalize landowners, but A, I mean, they're already radicalized, and B, they're marginalized right now, so it doesn't matter. So if we switch out of that, okay, new parties formed. Will that actually... Is that breaking anything here? Okay, so far, we're fine. Looks like no two interest groups are currently sharing a party right now. Okay. Okay. Clear these for some space. Thank you very much. Preserve traditionalism political movement. Yeah. Okay. Luckily, yeah, their radicalism is low, so it's not going to trigger another civil war currently. There's going to be an election soon. Again, that might change some numbers. Right. We have less authority now because of our government change. We may need to kill a few things that are doing this. I'm going to stop bolstering the priesthood. There we go. I think I still want to suppress the landowners because I fully expect them to bounce back. I mean, maybe enough of them got killed in the Civil War that it won't matter, but... I mean, their numbers are going up. They're going to stop being marginalized at some point. They're definitely bouncing back here. See the drop, but it is climbing in. Yeah, because they have this current political strength debuff from loser in revolutionary struggle, but that debuff is going away. So I think I'm going to keep suppressing them. That's fine. Yeah, finances are currently okay too. We'll get these steel mills up in Punjab. Ooh. Here we are. Well, actually, already. What, keep building the one you're doing. Actually, you might have been building two. I may have over-canceled by one, which is slightly annoying. But let's finish this one. That'll bring the price of steel down a little bit more, which is actually currently okay. How much steel do we get for one of these? Oh, yeah, it is 90 for each one of these. So it's going to add 90 more, which is our exact deficit currently. Now that we are importing some, but obviously that's also going to increase the tools usage. Now, is tools on... It is on steel tools. Okay. I didn't know if that was another button we could click If I do this, all it does is bring down laborers, but increases the coal consumption, which we don't need right now. Boiler explosion. Yeah, price of progress. The industrialists like it anyway. Land of want. So the rural folks accusing the free trade party, those industrialists, misrule. Who are we to blame? So we take momentum away from the free trade party, increase the agrarian. We do get defender of the downtrodden. Or just a few bad eggs. Still increases the momentum for the agrarian party, the same amount. And then indifferent to destitution, -2 government interest group approval. No, all right, we'll go option 1. Okay. These law reforms are going to be fantastic. They're going to be such a big deal. I do have to admit, right now, our standard of living... whenever I say SOL, like, I always think of, like, quality of life. So I'm like, SOL, quality of life? Yeah, standard of living. Isn't fantastic. Make money with construction. Well, we're probably not using all of it. Well, some of it's going to the private construction, which is fine. Okay, yeah, that's still static, which is great. All right, let's take a look at our market. Figure out, yeah, tools we could definitely use more of, and I have no problem building that up. That's the sort of thing it feels like you always need more of it. You're always happy to have more of it. That's going to be okay. So all of our tooling workshops are currently in Kashmir. Is that true? We never built them in Punjab. Well, it looks like we still have people ready to go. We can keep getting a stacking bonus. I'm going to go ahead and get 3 more in Kashmir. Oh, sorry. We also have some in Tunistan. I don't know why I can't say that. I was just surprised I didn't have any in Punjab. It's not so much they were all in Kashmir, it's the fact that I didn't have any in Punjab. Unproductive trade routes. Okay, the steel doesn't surprise me. The iron and the wood surprises me a little bit. So we still have a negative balance, but I guess the price has gone up in these other places. We do have positive balance for iron. Weirdly. But sure. Okay. Eastern Afghanistan is in turmoil. Barely, though. Actually, they're about to be incorporated, which is nice. So one of the things with going with more liberal laws is we can finally move towards some multicultural laws, which will end the discrimination of these various groups, which is going to be great and lovely. And also make me feel like it's going to be more beneficial to keep doing conquest. Because right now is like, well, they're going to be forever discriminated against. Like, what am I going to do here? Okay. I really still need laissez-faire to pass. And it's only the industrialists that support this right now. And the rural folk are opposed to it. So I'm fine with doing a government reform, but I have to keep the industrialists in here, which right now doesn't seem to be the case. And I definitely can't put the rural in here. I could throw the intelligentsia in. I would lose a little bit of the government legitimacy, but I don't know if there's an actual difference in the specific number where it's at. It might affect the specific radicals per month. I don't know. It looks like just in this slot, we just get plus 25% from radicals from SOL decreases. And then that will open up a few more law options for us as a follow-up to this. So we'll do this, especially if, like, let's say we get a bad tick on this. Do we need to support the industrialists? We might need to do that. If we get a bad tick that gives us a negative here and basically kills this, we can still pivot to another more liberal law because of the intelligentsia, potentially. Although the Sikh priesthood are going to be... They're going to start to be a bit of more of a blocker. It's still a hell of a lot better than the... oh, we do have a huge surplus. Than the landowners. Like, short-term, in the early game, the priesthood is actually very helpful compared to the landowners, but eventually that stops being a thing. All right, we've got our tooling workshops. Still going to be great for our economy. Still trying to play, like, more or less independently. Might be a good time for us to consider war, though. Our troops are set up on fairly advanced tech. I think what we do is we clean up the rest of Afghanistan. You know? I mean, or these as well. Again, we're starting to get closer and closer to bordering Russia, but... Let's just check their, diplomacy? Yeah, no. And our... Oh, did we get a new flag? No, I don't remember. Okay, looks like we're fine. Let's do it. Should be okay. Oh, Afghanistan's going to conscription, but yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to stop us. Our tech is still in pretty good shape. Oh, that does remind me, we could still consider moving our arms industry over to rifles. Although right now our small arms cost is fine. I could do it a little bit. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, apparently that was to modernize the arsenal. Throughput, migrant attraction, tech boost. We still get throughput, not as much, and we still get some migration. I don't think the migration matters right now. I don't know if I need the throughput. I think I'm going to take the tech towards repeaters. I think that'll prove to be more useful for us. Okay, we might get really lucky here. 12.5% chance. No, we didn't. All right. Yeah, we'll take a hit to Industrialist's approval. Yeah, they still... Wow, plus 20. Yeah, they're still going to love me. And that'll give us a decent step forward over here. All right. So tool services, groceries, still expensive. And we might end up building some more grocers, but for now, let's finish the tooling. That's fine. We have a lot of influence available. You're a big powerhouse. Just trying to make it so you don't see me as too much of a target as quick as, as much as we can. How's the war counter? Okay, getting there. Path to liberalism. We need legitimacy of 50 or more to finish this. Well, we'll reform our government after the SA5 passes. Hopefully, maybe. All right, to arms. But yeah, this should be really easy. We're gonna push forward. Oh yeah, they have crap. Their technology is way behind ours. This should be very easy for us to accomplish. Money's still fine despite being actively at war. Private construction is going to start to use some of that. We actually could use the motor industry, so that's fine, I think. Yeah, we're not sticking with traditionalism. Deal with it. We have to make a change. Probably just end up building the railroad. Although its problem isn't bad right now. Unable to fully hire. Probably lack of qualifications. Oh, you don't have any funds. Did you just get built? Because it looks to me, I'm surprised you're not profitable. It's clearly that you're not. We'll just keep making, we'll make a couple more steel mills. Bring down the price of steel a little bit more. Obviously we're gonna, I don't know what that was. I was trying to close that window with an escape, and instead it canceled some other notice on the screen. Hope it wasn't anything important. Let's bring up the speed 5. So this will be a fairly successful episode. Finally got the civil... I probably could have found a window sooner, but I feel like when I was checking, it was always going to lead to a government that was so illegitimate I wouldn't even be able to start pushing a law. But there probably was a window in somewhere, and many people saw it, but I did not. I think I was still going to go and just finish off the tier 2 production techs so that we can unlock some of the more advanced stuffs over here. In particular, like getting to the point of dynamite, improved fertilizer is really good. I don't think we need any military techs. At some point, we do have to burn through some of these so that we can get to... Pan-nationalism, I think, unlocked a good CB for us. But yeah, that's a tier 3. We really need to work through a lot more of this in the short term. I mean, yeah, I don't want to go to ethno-state or anything like that. I just want good CVs. I don't know if any of those... I mean, we could just go for some things over on the left-hand side. A little more free infrastructure. I think I still like this idea. We'll go through the crystal glass into chemical bleaching. That'll finish all the tier 2 production techs, and then we'll see what we want to do after that. Second front's sort of opening up here, which is awkward, but fine. Who died? Oh, mine collapse. Yeah, I know. But we'll keep the industrialists good and happy and powerful. We're up to 30% over here. There we go. Clean that up. Push this front. I'm sorry. Did you have a revolution that just broke this war? Well, that's not fair. But we own a little bit of it. It looks like I can start another... Like, do I not have a truce? I still have the infamy. I'm wondering... These are full landowners. I'm wondering if the aristocrats won the Civil War, and therefore this doesn't count as the same country, which is why I can immediately start another war. This is kind of annoying. How much population do I have access to in Western Afghanistan? Although you are isolated, which isn't great. Slave state? Do we allow slavery? Okay, well that's going to have to change, obviously. 2.38 million... Oh, no, but... There you go, Sikh. 200,000 people. I'm gonna have to immediately war you again, I think, to clean this up. That's really frustrating, because that's more infamy than I would prefer, because I kind of want to follow up and clean up these two. And then, yeah, plan is still to push south at some point, but right now it would mean fighting Great Britain, which is not ideal. We need some major allies, or we need to wait until Great Britain is in, like, a big, stupid war. Which right now, you are winning that one, huh? Well, are they? Oh, no, that's yeah, no, hold on. They're actually having a hard time in this one. Is that the time? Well, we'll find out next time. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you then. Bye-bye.